My name is Robert Steinbuch, and I'm running for State House to represent you in the greater Little Rock area. You have a clear choice in this election. You have a choice between me, a conservative, and my primary challenger. He described himself in the Democrat Gazette as a moderate. Now, mind you, his paid lobbyists sent you cards saying he's a conservative, but who are you going to believe? His paid mouthpiece that he shells out thousands of dollars to have do his work for him as he sits in a basement and refuses to debate me? Or what he actually said in the Democrat Gazette? He said that he's a moderate. I'm a conservative. The choice is yours. I'm endorsed by 6 conservative icons in the Arkansas Senate. I have worked with the Arkansas Senate and the Arkansas House for the last 10 years, helping to write and enact laws that are on the books today. My primary opponent has never written a law, has never worked with the legislature, and is endorsed by rhinos. I'm endorsed by Arkansas Right to Life. My primary opponent has stated, again, in the newspaper, in an interview, that he believes in some exceptions to bans on abortion. The choice is clear. I'll cut your income taxes because I'm concerned about you. My primary opponent has stated one tax that he's willing to cut: corporate taxes, because he's a corporate shill, because his interests are the interests of the Chamber of Commerce and big business, not you. And he has paid lobbyists running his campaign as he sits in his basement and refuses to debate me. And what's his position? Whatever the Chamber of Commerce wants, whatever big business wants, but not what's good for you and not what's good for Arkansas. I'm endorsed by gun owners of Arkansas. I am A-rated by the NRA, and perhaps most importantly, I go to court every day to represent the citizens of Arkansas to ensure that their Second Amendment rights are enforced. My primary opponent, he was arrested for bringing a loaded gun into the secure area of the Clinton airport. That's irresponsible gun ownership. And if you're an irresponsible gun owner, how are you going to represent the interests of Arkansans in the legislature? You're not. I oppose crony corporatism in any form. And of course, my primary opponent works for the Arkansas Economic Development Commission. That's a public entity that takes your tax dollars and funnels it to the private lobbyists for big business, the Arkansas Chamber of Commerce. So you're funding the lobbyists for big business. Why? Because my primary opponent says so. I oppose mandates. It's your decision whether or not to get vaccinated. It's not the government's decision, and it's not big business's decision. But sure enough, my primary opponent is in league with the Arkansas Chamber of Commerce, who came to the legislature and demanded their so-called right to force you to get vaccinated whether or not you want to. I testified after them and said, you have individual rights. My primary opponent, of course, worked for Big Pharma for 20 years and is in league with the Arkansas Chamber of Commerce. Finally, I'm a Fulbright scholar, and I regularly represent the unrepresented in court for free. Why? Because I understand how hard it is to get a lawyer. I understand how every day people work paycheck to paycheck. And then when they're wronged by big corporations or somebody else, and they need to go to court, they can't afford to get an attorney. So I represent people every day for free in court. Right now, I'm representing a rape victim for free. I represent someone seeking to enforce his Second Amendment rights for free. I represent a father who wants to regain custody of his child for free. And my primary opponent, he complains about the fact that I'm representing people for free. Why? Because that's what corporatists do. That's what people who are in the pocket of lobbyists do. That's what people who are in the pocket of the Arkansas Chamber of Commerce do. They want big business to be represented. They don't want the little guy to be represented. They don't want you to be represented. Who do you want representing you in the legislature? I think the choice is clear. Vote Steinbuch on May 24th.